Passing all 112 test cases, it performed efficiently with a runtime of 4 milliseconds faster than 92% of submissions. As I'm sure you're familiar with now, ChatGPT's Operator has come out, which you can think of as an agentic version of ChatGPT. So we can give it instructions, tell it to do things, and it will autonomously browse the web and attempt to perform those actions. Now, being that my Claude computer use video was so popular, I figured I would also do a quick little video on the ChatGPT Operator. All right, so we can see that we have Operator in front of us here. And as we can see, these default suggestions are perhaps kind of, I want to say out of touch, but then I remember this is like only available for the expensive tier. But these are like find a sushi restaurant with high ratings for 2 people. I don't know. I'm not that kind of like millennial. So basically, I just want to try doing funny things with it. So the first we are going to do is just have it go to ChatGPT and ask it a question. Okay, so we're trying this one more time. And when the browser does open, you can click the arrow here so it will expand it so you can actually get a better look at what exactly is going on. And we will see, okay, it is searching ChatGPT from within ChatGPT Operator, and it is now going ahead and clicking it. Unfortunately, we hit this Cloudflare verification thing, but it's actually interesting to highlight this because I would assume that this could absolutely bypass these by itself, but probably as kind of a control method, it was built in that it won't actually go ahead and do this autonomously. So you can just then manually take control and have it go and actually go back into it once you've manually solved the CAPTCHA or entered login info. So we are now going to see if it will, it keeps trying to make it log in or something like that. So it doesn't seem like this is going to work. Nope. Oh, okay, it's working. It's trying again. Oh, it's doing it. It pasted it. All right, press enter. Yes, you absolutely should proceed and submit it. All right, so we're about to see if ChatGPT Operator can, from within its own browser, go into ChatGPT and then ask it a question. So this is kind of a double stack ChatGPT Inception style testing. Okay, I wonder if they blocked this from happening because they figured like some stupid like YouTuber would go try this because they think it's funny. So that, all right, that may have been the issue. All right, so we're just going to go back now and we're going to try something else. All right, we're going to see if it will solve some Leetcode problems by itself. So first and foremost, because we'll have to be logged in, I made an account for it. So once it goes to the website by itself and goes to sign in, it will then prompt me to control the browser, and we will all right, we have logged into Leetcode and we have returned control to the operator, and we are going to have it attempt to solve a Leetcode problem and see how it does. Oh, it asked me something. Anything, dear. All right. No. All right, so it is browsing to some problems and hopefully it will. All right, so it has clicked on one. And let's see what it does. Skipping enablement. Oh, okay, now it's clicking to enable. It's fine. All right. This is, I mean, this is interesting. I'm very entertained right now. This really is quite fun from just an entertainment standpoint to see what it can do. I'll write and execute a solution for the problem using a depth-first search approach. Would you like me to proceed? Yes. Then we'll see how it does. It's going. So it is in the code section here. And whoa, wow, that was incredibly fast. All right, let's see what happens. It's running the code to... All right, we have verified our Leetcode account, so it can go ahead and attempt to continue solving the problem. Now, I don't know which model is actually on the back end of this. I'm sure it was mentioned somewhere. I just can't think of it off the top of my head, so we don't know how good it will be at code, but it is switching to the test case tab for the results. All right, so it's submitted its nice. Nice. Oh no. Passing all 112 test cases, it performed efficiently with a runtime of 4 milliseconds faster than 92% of submissions. And memory usage was better than 66.2%. It pressed back. The biggest problem I see it having right now is that it has more trouble actually interacting with the UI syntax elements for the code. So when it's trying to make code edits, it has a little tougher time. If it was in an actual IDE that this was trained to use well, it would have no problem changing the code and things like that. All right, so we have asked it to go to the WSB Reddit, which is the Wall Street Bets Reddit, which it obviously knew what that was as it actually typed it out fully instead of using the shortened acronym. And we are going to see. This is my big concern with all these agentic things becoming released, is that all of these damn websites are going to be putting out like super preventative measures. And I just think it's going to trickle down to like the actual user who is going to be using this randomly on their computer and have to solve like a million CAPTCHAs now. So we have to log in, and we can actually go ahead and do that, because if you click the button here, you can actually take control of it. You'll stay logged in across sessions. So that's actually interesting. So the browser data you enter here, it seems, will persist among the operator chat sessions you make, which is actually quite cool. All right, we have now successfully made a Reddit account for the operator to have access to, and we are now going to see if it does what I asked it to, which was browse Wall Street Bets, perform some sentiment analysis on some of the recent posts, and then based upon that, suggest a stock. I may also have it just go ahead and post something at this point, since we made the account, so might as well... You can see it's actually like it's scrolling and reading. I do get a kick out of this. I do have to say, from a functional standpoint, I have had experience with a few other things like the Claude computer use agent, of course, which my video really did so well on. And then also the Microsoft AutoGen Magentic 1, which I had forked to use with a local LLM. I was using Llama 3.2 Vision 11 beef with that, and it kind of would do something like this, but this is really quite impressive. This really is kind of scary ramification-wise. But all right, as I ramble on, we can see that based on the sentiment analysis of the Wall Street Bets subreddit, the following stocks were mentioned with positive sentiment: ACHR, SPY, and Apple. Interesting. It's really kind of cool. So now I wanted to just kind of comment on that post. And say that Apple, which is Apple stock, is going to moonshot. This is just like the internet's about to become a disaster. Well, it already is, but more so. So let's see if it actually does this. Because again, the OpenAI, this is OpenAI. This isn't open source. So, okay, as I expected, it likely would have not allowed this to happen, though it could have totally done that. It is absolutely 100% capable of doing this. All right, super quick side note. I managed to find this Google search appliance, which is like a rebranded Dell R710 server. I've wanted one of these for years, but they were all crazy expensive, so I found this locally for dirt cheap and picked it up. If anyone has any ideas what to actually do with this, please let me know, because I'm extremely excited by it, but I don't have a use case for it. So suggestions are welcomed. All right, so this time we're kind of changing gears a little, and instead of just having it try to do things autonomously on like other people's websites, we're going to actually have it try to download an extension for the browser it is using. So the actual operator's browser, we're going to see, okay, so it is Chrome. I should have been able to tell that. So we're going to see if it will actually download a coupon extension into the actual operator's browser. Exploring cashback extension options. All right, yeah, cool. Oh, no, our admin has blocked this item. Okay, so it does seem like they probably were like, yes, we don't want people installing extensions onto this browser. From a security risk, that would actually make sense because if you put up like a nefarious extension, you could just directly control this browser and have it go there and download it, and then you would perhaps be able to go outside of the sandbox that they want you in. So expected, but I wanted to check it just to see because it would be kind of interesting. So, all right, we're going to have it go to chess.com and enter a live chess match against someone else who's hopefully going to get demolished. Hopefully. Okay, it did. It made the move. All right. Okay. It's good. Yes. Keep playing. All right, so we won that match because of a forfeit. Because I think the competitor got tired of waiting for this to actually do anything. So we're going to try to get it to start a new game and just automatically make moves. So hopefully it acts a little faster because it kept asking, like, should I now move? But it did move the pawn on its own. And ultimately, thanks to its level of stalling, our opponent forfeited the game. And therefore, we did win. So we're just going to see if we get placed into a new game now. Guest 706-8768157 is going to get destroyed. Oh, good. It's going faster. All right. Yeah, so this is kind of what happened last time. Is it just... Oh, no, it's refreshing the page. All right. All right, well, that, like, partially worked. Not the best. Not the worst. We're going to just exit out of this. All right, so this is a Pastebin is somewhere where you can just kind of paste snippets of text and things like that, and you don't need to deal with an account or anything like that. So it wouldn't post on Reddit. Let's see if it will just post something on Pastebin, and then we will actually be able to physically go and visit the fully autonomously created post. So it's entering the text computer. All right. Searching for submit option, scrolling down. Very good. Prepared the paste. Should I go? Yes. And it will likely need to make a title for it, so it will probably see that as an issue when it goes and tries to create the paste. Oh no, it's gotten confused. That's all right. It'll get there. Yeah. So we got a security error from the actual operator function. Okay, so we're trying again once more to... You can just ignore all that like slop on the side there. Pastebin is cool, but some people use it for just like garbage. Yes, create the paste. Good. And I think it will get an error because it didn't... Oh, it did. It posted it. So if it's going to share the link to me directly in the agent chat. You can view it here. I'm going to open this in a new private window and we'll see. Incredible. So this was posted entirely by the ChatGPT operator all by itself. Well, with a little bit of me saying like, yes, post. But still, like, that is just this right here, January 4th, 2025. This really is kind of like a historic moment. I feel like Doc Brown when he sends Einstein back in time and the... I'm just kidding. But this is cool. This is awesome. I'm going to probably stop it here because there's like... I could just continue rambling on with this and trying different things. But I wanted to, again, do something that was more than just like... book me a restaurant reservation at a sushi place. Because that's... Okay, it's cool and it's useful, but like... For those like myself who are interested in these technologies, we're not going to be using them to make reservations at some local restaurant. So this was awesome. This is very cool. I see a lot of people are upset that it costs so much to even be able to access this. I can't really comment on that. I know that the operational costs for actually running this are probably extremely expensive, but open source variants will appear and they will only get better. So this for a prime time release of something that is like the frontier I have to say I am extremely impressed with this. I'm not going to try to downplay it or be like, oh, it's good, but this is impressive and scary. So I don't like to just be a blind hypester when it comes to AI and be like, accelerate, screw everything. This does have concerning ramifications for perhaps employment in the future, and I'm not going to discount that fact, but I did want to test it, and I want to just be completely transparent about my honest opinions on it, which are fantastic but scary.